Hello you gorgeous beautiful people, this is Chris from TechSperts and I'm here with the new Oaxis, I believe that's how you pronounce this, Timepiece Analog Smartwatch. So obviously a smartwatch with an emphasis on style, so kind of a strong rival to the likes of the Withings Steel HR potentially. It's going to be available here in the UK in March 2019 for around £125. It's available on Kickstarter right now. You can do a bit of early backing and I believe you get it at a discounted rate with the free bonus silicone strap thrown in to boot. So we're going to get it unboxed, set up and have run through all the specs, the hardware, the software, everything else you need to know. And as always, don't forget to poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest wearable tech. Cheers everyone. So here we are, here is the timepiece in all of its glory, nicely presented there, nice simple straightforward presentation. The watch itself looks rather nifty, let's just take that out. A fine timepiece is not only an accessory. What else is it then? A companion? A friend? Who knows? We'll be asking Oaxis that for sure. So pretty straightforward. It's usually a proprietary dock for these wearables and sure enough it is here as well. You'll need to supply your own USB power plug, otherwise just plug directly into a laptop, a computer, whatever else has a USB port on it. Quite an unusual design for the charger itself. I guess it's just supposed to sit there like that and then you just plonk that on top in order to charge it up. Hopefully this thing has got some charge in the tank already. Yeah, there we go. Looks like it is booting up. We'll just have a quick flick around at the actual design while we're waiting for it to power up. So as you can see, it's got a lovely stainless steel body. Nice sort of chrome, shiny chrome effect to it. It's quite a chunky monkey, no denying that, but then most modern smartwatches still are, to be honest, and it's probably not helped by the fact that it's got this domed glass on the face as well, so it adds a little bit of extra bulk to it. Just a single dial over here on the right edge, so pretty simple as far as the controls are concerned. The dial itself looks like it should twist, but it doesn't. It's basically just a single button by the looks of it, unless I have incredibly weak fingers, of course. You can pick it up with either a black or a white face, and it's available in two sizes as well, either 38mm or 41mm. This is the 41mm version. I have quite spindly wrists, and this 41mm version just about fits. It does feel a little bit loose, so I'd probably go for the 38mm if I was actually going to buy it myself. Nice bit of Oaxis branding right there on the buckle as well. So as you can see there, sort of reasonably chunky, but not excessively so, and it's got a decent weight to it as well. Certainly a bit heavier than usual fitness bands and trackers and things like that. Feels more like a sort of a proper watch. The silicone straps do of course feel quite basic in comparison to the lovely stainless steel finish of the watch face itself, but you can snap them off nice and easily if you want to stick on a more fashionable like leather band or something like that instead. Unfortunately there's no quick release catch or anything that you see on a lot of smartwatches. It's just kind of a case of kind of yanking it up until it comes loose from the hold, and there we go, like so, and then you can stick another one in. So a little bit awkward but nothing too unmanageable. And now the fun begins of trying to get it back in its little hole, said the actress to the bishop. Come on, you little bugger, this is really not easy if you don't have fingernails, as I don't. Hey, there we go. Expert. Now, the silicone strap will be good, at least if you are doing a bit of fitness monitoring with the Oaxis Timepiece. Just allow your wrist to sort of breathe without getting too sweaty or damp or moist. If we flip over onto the back, you will see that there is a heart rate monitor built into the base as well, and it's also water resistant, as you can see there, up to 3 atmospheres, or 30 meters basically. So pretty good if you're going to be doing a bit of the old snorkeling, scuba diving, jobbies like that. And to actually get the timepiece all set up, you will need the Oaxis Timepiece app. I downloaded this earlier from Apple's App Store onto my iPhone. It is available there right now. So on startup, as you can see, it just sort of explains some of the main features. Sleep monitoring, you've got usual sports tracking, and surprisingly steps, calories burned, and of course your heart rate as well. You have full notification support direct from your smartphone, so if the two are paired via Bluetooth at the time, you'll get all the notifications on your wrist. You don't have to constantly pull your phone out of your pocket. And as you can see there, it gives you little updates on how your heart rate's doing, your body temperature by the looks of it. Interesting. So as you can see, you can either do a guest login or you can actually get set up login in. So I've logged in with my new Timepiece account. Now I just need to actually pair the device. Let's go to setup. Okay, so press and hold the watch button. Oh, it looks like it's detected it already. Anyway, that's all great. We've pressed and held in the side button to get a code up on the screen, and hopefully what's going on now? Okay, I've got to tap it again. Bluetooth pairing request, yep. Not the most intuitive of setup things, but hopefully it's worked. Yeah, there we go. It seems to have registered the watch. There we go. Success. Excellent. As you can see, it's just updating the time now. It's a nice smooth motion on the watch face itself. So of course you've got the usual setup shenanigans, so you can set which units it uses, date display, you can have it through 4 different options. Let's have it with the battery enabled as well. Always good to see how much juice we got left in the tank. You can actually set the strength of the vibrations as well, so it's on weak to start with. Let's boost that up a bit. That's pretty good. Strong. Oh yeah, a big strong vibration. Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll do the job. And you can also boost the brightness of the screen as well if you're going to be using it outdoors a lot. Certainly seems bright enough on that maximum setting. Even on the minimum setting, seems to be fine. I think only on a very sunny day would you be struggling to see that. As you can see there through the app, you can actually see exactly how much battery life you have remaining. The last time it was updated, all that kind of shenanigans. So that's all nice and straightforward. And then the rest of the app is of course dedicated to tracking your steps, your calorie burn, heart rate, and of course it can do the old sleep monitoring as well if that's your bag. Fairly sort of straightforward on the whole tracking side of things. Not quite as in-depth as the likes of the Withings or the Fitbit, you know, offering lots of little tips and tricks and things like that. But you never know, the more you use it, the more stuff it might pop up with. Diving into the settings, you've got a quick overview there of how you're doing so far. You can set your goals. So that's boosted up to 8,000 steps, not too bad. Notifications alert will have it updating us every time there's an incoming call, every time we get a text message. Let's do emails as well. Social media, a bit vague. I'm not sure if that includes all of your... Oh, here we go. There we go. So you can actually set exactly which apps can give you a buzz. So let's stick it on for WhatsApp and Skype. Those tend to be the 2 that I use for staying in touch with peeps. Heart rate alert setting, so this will actually give you a bit of a buzz if your heart is going absolutely nuts. Basically, if it reaches 35 BPM, chances are you're either Darren Brown or you're dead. So yeah, I'm not sure how much good an alarm would do. 150 BPM as well, Christ. I'm not exactly particularly fit, but if I ever hit 150 BPM, I'm pretty sure my heart would explode in my chest. But of course you can change the limits, I would imagine. Yep, there you go. Once you enable it, so that'll give you, as I say, a little buzz if you're not exactly in great shape. The skin, at first I thought was like gonna tell you the condition of your skin if it was a bit flaky or something like that, a bit too dry, but it's actually just changing the colour of the app skin, so that makes a bit more sense. So there you go, so a decent range of settings there as well. So that is the app, and then if we actually go into the watch itself and we start ticking around, as you can see, just give it a little tap and you go through all the various screens. So that's number of steps, how far you've travelled, number of calories burned, your current BPM, 0, because I'm not actually wearing the thing. And that's it, nice and straightforward. Again, pretty simple, but got some decent little fitness bits in there. Doesn't look like it does tracking for specific exercise sessions. And if you want to actually measure your heart rate, it doesn't do it passively, unfortunately, while you're not using the watch. What you have to do is you get to that heart rate section in the menu, and then you just hold down that button, and then as you can see there, it starts to read your pulse. And when it's done, it takes a few seconds, it'll just pop up a value, and there you go, 87 BPM. I'm clearly really enjoying doing this video. It might have something to do with the excessive amounts of coffee I've just consumed. But that 0.42 inch OLED screen certainly seems nice and bright and nice and crisp as well, as you can see there. A good view of everything that's going on, nice and clear. And the good news is, because of course it is just a dinky little display, just like on the Withings Steel HR, that means that the battery life is really, really good. Oaxis reckons you'll get a full 30 days of use from a single charge. So pretty much bang on, identical to the Withings, which I just happen to have right here. I'm still a big fan of the Withings. I do use it pretty much every day when I'm not reviewing another wearable. And as you can see, it's got a very similar sort of setup to the Oaxis. You can sort of flick through, get information on your heart rate, your steps count, your distance covered, calorie burn, all that kind of shenanigans. You've also got an alarm feature on there too. And also, if you long press that button, you will actually start a kind of activity tracking, whichever you want. You can do a nice bit of running also, and there's others available via the app as well. So definitely very, very similar in a lot of respects. Of course, you also get the bonus little sort of stopwatch timer type effort down below, which also doubles as a steps count as well. As you can see there, I've only accomplished a small portion of my day's step goal. When it goes all the way around to the start, that's when you finish it. So a couple of bonus little features on the Withings that you don't get on the Oaxis, but all the same, definitely a very nice sleek finish to it. So let us know what you think down in the comments below. Are you tempted by the Oaxis Timepiece? Have you actually backed it on Kickstarter? Are you going to back it? Definitely let us know what you think. And go check out my full review of the Withings Steel HR and various other wearables as well to see how it stacks up. And don't forget to poke, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest wearable tech. Cheers everyone, love you!